You're not doing this.
I am. What do you got there?
I'm hungry, so I got some of my pureed vegetable soup.
That we made a video about yesterday.
I am being followed around with everything.
You are eating, this is what they call in marketing, eating your own dog food.
Look how much I have left. I ate yesterday.
And I ate too.
Did you have some?
I had a bunch, yep.
And look how much I have left. So literally, I'm going to put it in the microwave. I'll tell you, one of the reasons I'm doing this right now is because we were just talking about the fact that I have so much more energy because I don't eat sugar anymore. And when I say sugar, you know, pizza has sugar, pasta has sugar. Have I cut it out completely? No, but what was happening for me is that I was following a lot of the Furman principles of fruits and vegetables. Really about 70 to 80% of the time. I use Weight Watchers whenever I go out and I'm in an environment that I can't control. And hey, listen, at least I know my point so that I can indulge, have a glass of wine, and feel free about it. But what's interesting is that I just didn't have energy. Every day, especially around 5 o'clock, you know, when it's time to make dinner, do the bath with the children, I was craving a glass of wine just to quote unquote get through. And even during the day, I would go through really energy spurts, but I never really had great energy. And so, you know, I've looked into the zone, and I talked about this in the Point of No Return program, but I keep searching for me as an individual what's going to give me energy. And it's a very common thing. You know, some of this is based on the principles of Stu Middleman, who I've talked about. He's an ultra marathoner. He wrote the book Slow Burn, and you know, I can't recommend that book more highly because I refer to it all the time. But it's funny because he puts so much information in there that you don't really get it all the first time. You just kind of keep referring back to it and you start incorporating things. And he was using some of his clients and some examples of how people transform their energy. And I'm sitting here thinking, I do all these things. I'm young, why don't I have the energy that I really want? And one thing in the book spoke about sugar and what sugar does and how sugar can take away your energy, how it's quote unquote, it acidifies, you know, it's an acid, and it sort of creates over acidification in your body, and it flushes your body with acid, and how acid can take away some of your energy. And of course it goes a lot more into the principles, but I really had sort of stuck on this. I said, whoa, you know, I drink a lot of sugar in the morning with my tea. I eat a lot more fruits than I've ever eaten in my life because, you know, I understand the nutrient content. And I started looking at what I was eating during my day, and I realized how much sugar was in my day. And for me, I thought, well, you know what? I have to try this. So I started off the first day switching from black tea with literally 5 tablespoons of sugar. And I had gotten up to like 4 cups of this a day, to green tea. I started looking at what I was eating for breakfast, these Kind bars that had 12 grams of sugar. I switched to 0 sugar. I now do almond butter. I do maybe an apple, which has a little bit of sugar, but not as concentrated as these bars I was eating. And of course I had this blinding headache because I had transformed from black tea with sugar, and I had to get through that for the first couple days. But on day 3, I said, oh my gosh, it's 4 o'clock. I don't feel like crashing. I don't feel like going, oh, how am I going to get through the rest of my day? I've worked all day. I'm with the kids. I'm trying to, you know, keep some semblance of work, family, balance, business. And I started finally feeling calm. I explained sugar almost creates this tornado in my head, these mind puzzles where I'm constantly, if you think about it and what he says in the book, that you're constantly in a state of fight or flight. That's what my brain feels like when I'm eating sugar. I'm in this fight or flight. What should I do? How do I solve this problem? And the only way I can explain it is seriously a tornado going on my head. By day 3 of no sugar, I felt this, I had this vision of like, this is gonna sound, I mean, why am I talking about this? And it's almost even a little embarrassing, same sort of my deep thoughts, but I felt like it was an ocean. And, you know, not an ocean with crazy waves. A calm ocean was this vision I had in my head. And that's when I made this distinction that I no longer had this tornado mental gymnastics going on in my head all day long. And I was able to sustain my energy levels. And this is actually what Stu talks about in Slow Burn. He talks about, and he gives you the principles of how you can pace yourself, how to stop being the tornado of massive energy crash, how to pace yourself through the day, how to pace yourself through life, and how to pace yourself through really long runs, because obviously he's emphasizing running, but with other things. But now that I've cut out sugar, I started to put together other things that I might like, and that's sort of why I spoke about the vegetable soup in the different videos and how to make it, because it tastes so good. But my life in, would you believe I've only been doing this for probably 2 or 3 weeks, I have sustainable days. I have sustainable energy. Do I still have a glass of wine? Of course I do. But it's not being used as a crutch to somehow get me through the day. I'm not using black tea at 3 o'clock with sugar to somehow get me through. There's no more quote unquote get me through. I have gone to this other side where I have, again, just this slow and steady energy. I want to move, not because I have to make myself move with discipline. I want to work out not because of discipline. I can work out because I now have sustainable energy. It's funny because I still refer to the book every day, even during these 2 weeks, and I'll continue to, because I'm always learning something new. But again, I keep saying, but I am now of the mantra that sugar is a beast. You hear about it everywhere. Sugar is evil. Eliminate sugar. Eliminate your dependency on sugar. And sugar is hidden in everything. Pasta, white bread. Everything has sugar. But I made a conscious decision to get out sort of the blatant sugar crimes I'm committing during my day. And I think I love the word sugar is a beast, because I talk about in PEERtrainer of the Day when people say, here's my one trip up, I want to get rid of sweets. I actually respond with sugar is a beast, and people say sugar is a beast. Slay the sugar beast. For me, slaying that beast gave me my life back. Gave me energy, like a calm sea throughout the day. So I'm very thankful.